Hi. So I hope you enjoyed that little drive down the canyon today. It was a little cloudy and like foggy. Like on my way home, it was super foggy. I didn't have to drive slow, but it was. I mean, I drove a little slower, but it was just really, really foggy in the canyon. But I could still see, so that was good. Um, Wasn't very busy today, but I got a cash tip, which is like so fun. I love getting cash tips. um, hmm. What else? Oh, yes. Having some more like things that I can't really explain. I mean, there was nothing really wrong today. Um, and I just felt, oh, oh, maybe I'm just about to get my period or something because I was just irritated and like grumpy. I was grumpy today. Thank goodness I didn't take it out on anybody. I was just telling people I'm just grumpy, like um and then I hid it from, I didn't have to show it really, but to everybody. There was just a couple people that I was like, I'm just really grumpy. Don't mind me or whatever. Um, so maybe that's it. That's probably it. I can't think of any other reason because nothing. I mean, there was a little bit of a thing that irritated me, but it wasn't that big a deal. And I was like, I told myself, I was like, just chill out and like, just accept what comes to you or doesn't come to you with gratitude, right? Because everything happens for a reason, even though there's procedures and like a way to at work to balance out the appointments and seniority and all that. I was just like, you know what, it's fine. There is something in the middle of my computer screen and now it's gone. So just like balancing out of the appointments didn't seem like they did a good job today, or I don't know. But I understand there's so many different people and there's so many things that happen that they can't always get it exactly right. So like I was like, ugh. and then and then after that, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna accept how it is right now and just like let the universe or let God do whatever he's gonna do. And so I ended up with 2, which is good. But what came out of that in my mind was like, okay, what's the difference between complaining and not being grateful and standing up for myself and like speaking from a place of like what's fair, like what's supposed to happen. Do you know what I mean? And then like I thought about more. So yeah, what's the difference between just like complaining and standing up for yourself? Sometimes it doesn't feel like there's a big difference. And maybe it just depends on how you're saying it and how you're feeling about it. But, and maybe if you're like completely like respecting and honoring yourself, then it'll just come natural, like to speak up when you need to speak up and stay quiet when you need to stay quiet. And it won't be like some mental back and forth, you know what I mean? Um, but I think some of that questioning comes from my past, things that people used to tell me, and so maybe some of those questions aren't even really mine. Hmm. Okay, well, maybe they weren't mine to begin with, but I let it in, so it became mine if I'm asking myself that stuff. So, um, yeah, I'm still trying to I'm still trying to figure some things out. Yesterday was really cool though. I had some just like spot on intuition. Um, like with like feeling, I just like had this sense that I needed to open the door. And I don't remember closing the door to begin with, but I was like, I need to open this door. So I opened the door, and then somebody came in and gave me an update on my schedule. So I had an appointment, and that's really important that I get that information when there's an update, because I could miss it if I don't, and if they can't find me, so it was really interesting. Like it was right when I thought, hey, open the door, like 2 seconds later they came in and gave me the note. And then after that, I was standing in front of a door like that opens out, so like I'm here and the door would open this way, and like it was like a not really a thought, but more like, oh, like somebody's gonna come through that door any second now, I better move. And it was like really quick, and it's just like a feeling. So I stepped over and the door opened. And I was like, what is happening? And it was really cool. And then like I'm in my room doing one of my sessions, and I feel like something is gonna come into the door. Like something's like, but I was in a session, so I was like, no, I can't have somebody open the door right now. So I locked the door just in case. But then like a note came under my door. So I was like, that was just weird. So that was pretty cool though. I like days like that. And like, so I guess part of like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little tired, and I do have to go to bed pretty soon because I have to work in the morning. But I was just thinking, like, so that yesterday, before, like, the first thing I did was eat a really good breakfast, and then I went for a walk, and I tried to show you that the stillness. I tried to bring that to you, like that stillness that I felt when I was out there. But like, I guess like I really took that in. And the whole day was just like little thing after little thing, like everything was just so smooth. And I mean, yeah, they were little tiny things, but it's really cool. It's really cool when you're like, open the door and then like something comes in. So yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna do that again. I just gotta get really quiet some more, I guess. Uh, um, hmm. I'm actually feeling really much better. Actually, after I said out loud some of that stuff that I just told you, like ask those questions out loud instead of just like thinking about them in my head, now they're not repeating anymore. And I don't feel grumpy. So that's good. Yeah. Okay, well, see how therapeutic this is for me? That it's good. It's good to have like a sounding board. And a lot of times, like, it could be another person, and sometimes it is, and sometimes I do have people that like we can be each other's sounding boards. And that's good, but it you know, sometimes people just, I guess they get ashamed and embarrassed, or like they can't let go and they're holding a grudge. You know, sometimes we don't want to admit we're wrong, or that we had played a part in something. Like when we have an argument with a friend, like, I think, like, it's never one person, and I've said this before here too. Like an argument, it's never one person's fault. So, but to resolve an argument, you can't just fold and say, okay, you know, it's all my fault. And you could, but then like it does, I think it does sort of build a little bit of resentment in you. Not on purpose. Maybe you're really willing to just forget it, but then when it happens again and like you just keep folding and folding and just like saying, okay, you're right, and like they never hear your side, or never take responsibility for their part in the argument. That's not a healthy dynamic. It's not healthy to just, you know, that one person's always right. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's like both of you had some responsibility in the argument. Like, so you look at your side and they look at their side, and you say, I'm sorry for this is what I did, and I'm sorry about that. But then they don't say, this is what I did and I'm sorry about that. Then like it's just not equal. It's never one side. So both parties have to take responsibility for their part in it. And if they don't want to, you can get angry. But it's not, it's still, it's pointless. You can walk away, which, like, it can help. It helps you when you walk away from that kind of thing. It helps you. And if that person doesn't like get the courage to own up to their shit, like even to themselves, like they don't have to come apologize to me because like I just moved on. But for them, like if they don't own up to what their side in themselves, and then they keep like being angry and like, you know, wanting to be right, then they could be missing out on an opportunity to grow. or even an opportunity to like have a new start with an old friend, like, or like make up with a current friend. It's just like, it's a two, it's two ways. It's two ways. Like, there is no one way. And if you have someone in your life that's always one way, and every now and then they like do something like to, I don't know, it's like, I'm just thinking about somebody, and I never heard them apologize to anybody. And I always heard them say that, like, they were wrong about some things, and they thanked the other person for pointing it out. But I never saw that happen. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just, I'm working things out from my past. Any pain, any anger, any resentment, any hurt, I'm just working it all out. And I think I'm doing pretty good. And there might be just a little tiny grains of sand left from the boulder. But what I really want to say to some people from my past, well, I don't know, one person, I want them to stand up for themselves and take their own advice, the advice that they gave me, to love themselves and to be honest with themselves. So I want one person to do that and to like fess up to like the truth, because I saw a lot of it. And the other person, I want to tell them, no, you are special, and you do have a gift, but you don't know better than me for me, and you're not better than me. You're not worse than me, but you're not better than me either. So, and that's how they acted in my mind a lot. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes I saw the real, like, honest stuff. But most of the time, it was talking at me. And I'm not about that. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to be talked at. I want to be talked to. So, yeah, when somebody like is telling you that this thing is more important than any, I don't know. I don't want to say that out loud, but I already know. I already know what it is. It's like, just sacrifice everything. Sacrifice everything for my dream. Whoa. And some people do. Some people did sacrifice their own life and themselves for that person's dream. And I don't think really opened them up. I don't think it empowered them. But I can't see. I can't see what's going on now. I just know what I saw then. So, maybe it's different now. I hope so. I hope so. Because what I saw when I got quiet was not a good deal for me. So, yeah, maybe that's the last of it. I think I can, yeah. I'm like, my heart's pounding right now. I'm not angry anymore, but my heart's pounding. I guess I'm a little nervous. And like my throat chakra is a little rusty, maybe like scratchy. But yeah, like I want to help empower people. And I think that's a better way to go than allowing someone to serve you and almost worship you. It just feels better, and that's sort of what's going on in my life right now. Like the friends I have now, we encourage each other, and like, yeah, it's so much more free. It's so much more light. It's so much less drama. It's like there's no pressure. It's just so much better than like always trying to be like what this other person wants you to be to be in their space. And it's like, no, if you don't want me the way I am, I'll leave. And I did. God helped me leave. So, and I know I talk about this all the time, and I bet a lot of you are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But again, like, I don't want to what's it? Like, I don't want to try to ruin someone's reputation. So I'm not going to say what it's all about, like completely. I'm just saying this from my point of view and like where I was coming from and why I'm where I'm at. So like, just for me, I felt like it was a raw deal. It wasn't a good deal for me. I'm not saying that it's a raw deal for everybody in that situation. Not at all. So I just want to make that clear. I think that they do good, but for me, that wasn't my cup of tea. Like, I wanted what was talked about, not what was there. And yeah, and I couldn't feel it. Like I did sometimes, but I was really there for the guy. Like, I actually left that place long before I left that place. My My I saw something like a while ago. It was maybe like a year into it. I saw something and I was like, "Oh no." And I kind of walked away, and then like but the guy was there, and like we were talking, and I wanted to spend more time with him. So I went back sort of for him, and then I got really deep into it just so I could spend time with him, which is really lame. But I don't know. I was just something about it. Like, I really thought that I really loved him. And that's all. Like, that's why I did it. And maybe it's sort of a lame reason, but I finally said, even though I love him, the rest of it, and the him not being willing to, or not wanting to be with me, like on every level, like it just wasn't worth it anymore. No matter how much I loved him, it wasn't worth it anymore. So I left. But I know that he feels like I abandoned them, and that he can't trust me or whatever. But if he looked at it from a different point of view, if he could see the whole picture, maybe he'd be willing to apologize, and I'd be willing to forgive him, but I wouldn't put up with the same nonsense. Like, I don't need it. I don't need him in my life, even though I love him. I wouldn't put up with it. It's like, I don't want that open relationship. I don't want to be someone's like side. I'm worth more than that. And I know that now. Maybe I didn't know it before, but I know it now. And I'm not going to ever do that again. Nope. So, if you end up seeing the whole picture and you can see things from my perspective, and you can be honest, then I'm willing to talk. But like, if you're gonna try and like pull some shady stuff, and I'm not having it. Don't bother. Right? So, but I really hope you're doing well. Let's be honest. Like, I hope you're finding your power, and I hope you're finding your real freedom and your inspiration to do your work, because it's really awesome. And yeah, so that's that. And I'm gonna post this because I am kind of hopeful that they might be watching, or he might be watching. And I want to encourage him, but I'm not gonna play games, and I want him to know that too. So it's like, it's just the truth. That's just the truth. So just so that he knows like what the deal is. So if he comes forward, like, that's his choice. And if he doesn't come forward, it's because he doesn't want to like give me everything that I'm worth, then I'm better off without it. Better off without it. And I've got some friends in my life now, and I'm meeting more people, and I'm good. But yeah, so that's that. And I don't even care. I don't even care. Like, this is just like raw. This channel is just raw, and it's just like whatever day, whatever mood, whatever is in my mind, that's what's coming out. And sometimes it is coming through me from God, I think. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that just like came through me. And I think most of it is like when I'm talking about the planet and nature and unconditional love, and yeah, I think it does come through me. So, you know, take what you want, leave what you don't, and I will talk to you later.